Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, TEDx, for inviting me over here for this talk. 14th March 2006, Tuesday. Gujarat state was hit by a major earthquake. An earthquake which measured on the Richter scale something more than 10. It was a holiday. It was Holi, the Holi festival. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this earthquake spread all over the country with the epicenter at Rajpipla. And this was not a natural calamity. It was man-made. Divya Bhaskar, Ahmedabad, reported, the Prince of Rajpipla declares he is homosexual, by reporter Chirantana Bhatt. She's here in the audience. Well, that was the beginning. This earthquake, as I told you, spread not just in India, but it also had its after effects and its shocks, as we call it, in the other parts of the world as well. For the first time in the history of the world, a member of a royal family openly came out as gay. And as yet, I'm the only first one. I'm still enjoying a monopoly. Now let me take you back to the flashback, because what happened after that, I think most of you, if you Google me or go on the internet, you will find a lot of information, so I don't want to talk much about it. A shy, introvert, reserved person who didn't have any friends in school, who wasn't allowed rather to make many friends. In 1994-95, I was struggling to find out, after of course a broken and a disastrous marriage, what he is. He wasn't sure what he is. Possibly he was gay. Was he bisexual? Was he just trying to experiment? And in those days, I came across India's first gay activist, Ashok Rao Kavi, how through a magazine called Bombay Dost, which I saw being sold on the footpaths of VT station in Mumbai, now which is called Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus. I knew about the magazine from some other magazine, and I went to the bookstore and asked the shopkeeper, what is it? He said, "Saab wo homo logo ke liye hai." I said, "Okay, thoda dheere se bolo." Kitna? How much? He said, "See, it is priced at 100 rupees, but now the premium is going strong. I will give you for 200. I said, "ठीक है." I was seeing around here, there, everywhere. I hope I don't see my relatives, friends anywhere nearby. And I quickly paid him off the money, took the magazine, put it under my shirt, closed my buttons, and quietly went home. And I went to the washroom, opened the magazine, and I read it there. And through that, I got in touch with Ashok. Ashok made me feel comfortable with my sexuality, made me realize that being gay is not anything wrong. He made me remove that guilt feeling in me. He made me feel proud of the gay community, of being gay. And he also introduced me to the gay world through his organization, the Humsafar Trust, which was the first organization to work for the gay community and HIV/AIDS in India. He trained me as a counselor. He trained me in the field of HIV, why HIV is important for the gay community. And he was the one who encouraged me, or rather motivated me to start my foundation, Lakshya Trust, which happened to be Gujarat State's first community-based organization to work for the gay community for HIV/AIDS. I started that in the year 2000. Well, let me tell you, the scenario of HIV was quite alarming in those days. India wasn't taking it that seriously. But fortunately, the government realized that if they have to work for HIV amongst the gay community, they had to take help from organizations like ours. Without that, there was no chance. And I would say HIV was a blessing in disguise for us. We got empowered, we got organized post-HIV epidemic in India. And my trust, Lakshya Trust, came in as a rescue, as a savior to millions of gay men in Gujarat who are hiding in their closet, who are not willing to come out and talk about themselves in this, I would say, hypocritical society of India, as I call it. And it was used as a platform for gay men to come together and talk their issues and thereby solve their problems. I remember when I started working, or rather started HIV program, Gujarat government of course helped me a lot, supported me with funds and everything else. But still, they couldn't do some things which were beyond their capacity. One day I was in Baroda, I'll tell you an incident. I received a call from my project manager. Manvendra, you have to come to the police station, please. I said, what happened? He said, some of our workers have got arrested. I said, what? My workers have got arrested? The first thought came to my mind was, oh my God, they must have been caught having sex in some park. And that would have been miserable for me. I reached the police station, and to my surprise and shock, I find the police have arrested my workers for distributing condoms in the park for safe sex practices. Now tell me, this was the condition which was there. We are trying to spread awareness for HIV prevention in a country which is having 2.5 million people who are infected with HIV, the second highest in the world. We don't take credit for winning gold medals, silver medals in Olympic or any other races, but HIV, India is silver medal. Now in a country like this where we need to spread awareness, education on HIV, my people are trying to fight for that and save people's lives. And on the other hand, the police has arrested them. Not just that, they are extorting money from them, blackmailing them, threatening them with dire consequences that if you don't stop this work, we will inform your parents and all that nonsense. Anyway, with my influence and status, I managed to get them out on bail, and the things progressed ahead. And then, due to the efforts of all the gay activists in India fighting for our rights, and on 2nd July 2009, when India declared this, that was the first year I and a lot of my friends, because that happened in July, and in August, 15th August, we celebrated Independence Day. We had the Delhi Pride, we had the Mumbai Pride, we had all the gay prides in India. And we said with pride, yes, now India has realized that why we need our freedom. We don't want anything else from the society. We are human beings too. We have all the emotions, we have all the kind of attitudes, behavior which everyone has. Then why are we treated separate? Why are we discriminated in the society? Why there is stigma attached to it? But anyway, to cut the matter short, we got our freedom, and of course now we are fighting with the religious leaders. I think this thing happened, and another historic thing happened in India was that for the first time in the history of India, all the religious leaders united. Otherwise, they were all fighting amongst each other. But the first time that they all came together to fight us, I said, anyway, good. Doesn't matter. You all came to fight with us. Doesn't matter. At least you all came together. And then the whole scenario changed in India, because this law was a serious impediment to HIV control in India. It was a violation of our fundamental rights and a violation to the rights of equality, rights of privacy. What we do in our bedroom, what is that concern to do with the government? I mean, whatever is to be done is to be done. What is the government to do what is done in the bedroom? And mind you, the attitude of the police changed. In 2009, the police department invited me, the same police department which had arrested my staff for distributing condoms. They invited me to their police station to sensitize the police department on HIV/AIDS and issues on homosexuality. And at the moment, I am proud to say that all my 3 branches, Baroda, Surat and Rajkot, with a staff of 150 people working for me, with almost 18,000 gay men reached out to us in these 3 states, the 3 districts, are covering almost each and every police station, going there for condom promotion, be it counseling, be it other facilities for sexually transmitted infections, and the things are working out. So, see the results. These results are coming in front of my own eyes, and I am witness to all these things. And of course, HIV is a alarming situation, but we are trying to bring it under control through a lot of NGOs, other people working in it, the police department, the government officials. The schools started taking interest. A lot of students from schools and colleges tried to approach me. They said, we want to talk to you, we want to take your interview. We don't care if our parents don't allow sex education in school, we don't care. We want you to come and speak to us. The teachers started coming forward to me. So the whole scenario changed. People started talking about us, people started doing research on us. There were debates happening. First time in the history of India, the Indian Medical Association invited me to talk to the doctors, who some of them still believe that homosexuality is a mental illness. So those kind of healthy debates started happening, and that is what I wanted. And I think it's my dream come true to see that I could achieve so much in these few years thanks to that earthquake which happened on 14th March, and thanks to the reporter who took my news and took my interview, that so much life has changed for me. And I think Oprah Winfrey did a wonderful job for me. I happened to be the 3rd Indian to be invited by her first time, and probably the only Indian to be invited for the 2nd time. And before I go down from my stage, I would like you to see a clipping of my interview with Oprah Winfrey, which has not been telecast in India as yet, but hopefully it will be done very soon. And I hope you are able to enjoy it. And Oprah is coming to India, by the way, next year, and she's promised to be my guest. She's told me to reserve a room in the palace, and she will be inaugurating my hospice and my old age home, which has been just talked about. And believe me, she is a strong personality, and her coming to India will not just change the lives of the gay men, but it will change the life of the entire country.